Yo, what up? Peace and blessings to the fam. This is your big homie Jared with the Retro Insider back again. Thank you so much for checking out today's video where we're going to do a quick look at the Nike Air Max TL 2.5. Now, this is a shoe that originally released back in 06, like the tongue suggests. I don't remember it back then, but I'm glad to have it today. Now, the retail is $180, and they've had a lot of colorways released here in 2025 of this shoe. Now, this shoe would be considered the Varsity Maize in this kind of Michigan blue and gold colorway, which is really striking in my opinion. I think it's a great summer shoe. So me personally, I was able to get this online on sale below retail from Sneakersnstuff. I think I paid $163 after shipping, but another store had it undefeated for $103. Now, the last time I checked, a lot of the bigger sizes were out of stock, but if you wear like a 10 or below, they might have your size in this shoe if you are interested in copping. I'll put links to those sites in the description. Now, as far as the shoe's construction and makeup, majority of the shoe is covered in this white and gray mesh. The upper portion of the shoe is the white, kind of a looser weave mesh, more breathable, makes it more comfortable, I assume. And the tighter weave is the gray and has a little sheen to it. Probably adds to the structural rigidity of the shoe. Now, overlaid on top of that is navy blue synthetic leather, which I think looks great against the white, the gray, and of course the Varsity Maize. And also we have 3M here, this little piece on the lace, on the toe box, top of the toe box. The lace loop right here going up the tongue is 3M. And then the Max Air branding, that gray right there, is 3M. So if you are a nighttime stroller, you should be safe in these. And the 3M is pretty much a nod to the traditional materials that we find on retro runners and runners in general. Now, as far as the sock liner, thought it was going to be like a scratchy textile material, but to my surprise, it's definitely a soft material here. There's plenty cushion, I believe. So if you are someone who wears lower socks and you might get in contact with your skin, don't worry about that being uncomfortable. It's very soft. Now, moving down to the midsole, we have the white midsole matching the upper mesh, adding great contrast, and everything sits atop this full-length air unit. Now, if you're like me, this is a shoe, a cushioning system that used to just mesmerize me as a kid. Any shoe that came out with this full-length unit, I had to have it. And to be honest with you, with the wave pattern of these design up here, this kind of reminds me of the Air Max 97, y'all. And I don't know who designed it, the history behind the design or whatnot, but it does have a 97 vibe, which isn't a bad thing. I like that shoe, even though I don't wear it because it's too doggone narrow. But anyways, mini swoosh at the top of the toe box. And yeah, dope shoe in my opinion. Insole has Max 2.5 comfort and performance written. Sticker says upper contains synthetic leather, so if you can see that. So moving down to the outsole, blue and yellow up here matching the top upper of the shoe. Then we have full length air, and then we have Max TL 2.5, little Nike swoosh right there, ride comfort performance, the Nike running website. So all in all, a great shoe, guys. Great summer pickup. This is actually the colors of my college alma mater, so that's why I really was drawn to this shoe. Glad to have it, especially below retail. If you do some digging, I think you can get this particular colorway and others below retail as well. Maybe not in all sizes, but definitely available. Now, as far as the sizing is concerned, I went with a 12, which is generally what I usually get in Nikes, especially the runners. Now, for reference, I'm usually in between 11.5 and 12 in most shoes, with 11.5 being more the New Balance made in US models like the 990s and such. I like to go down in the half size for those. They feel a little bit roomier than the Nikes, which are traditionally more narrow. And this one is more on the narrow side, but not as narrow as something like the Air Max 97, which for me, I just cannot wear it. It's just too narrow around the toe. Comes in really sharp around the toe. This one, it does have some of that sharpness, but not to the point to where it's completely uncomfortable. So as far as like a recommendation, most people are going to be happy going true to size. Now, maybe some extreme situations where you have a wide foot, you might could go up and you're not gonna get too much length to make it, you know, slide, make your foot slide around. But in most cases, you probably don't want to go down a half size. Staying true to size, your normal Nike size, you should be good to go on these. So in the comments, let me know if you were around back in 2006 and remember this particular model. Me, I just really don't. And that's not to say it's a bad model, but I just don't remember it having the same maybe popularity or, you know, a wide mass appeal like other models around that time. But you know, here in 2025, I think Nike's good with bringing this back, kind of give you that feel, the early 2000s type runners, or, you know, in style like the Asics that I just reviewed on the channel. I'll throw a card if you haven't seen that one. That was a great shoe from around this time. I don't know exactly when that came out in comparison to this one, but it does have that vibe, especially with these little silver little detailings that we have up here. Not really metallic, well, sort of metallic, matte metallic detailing, which is kind of a hallmark of that era when it comes to these shoes. But anyways, thank you so much for checking out the video. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed it. And if you have made it to this portion of the video, you might as well go ahead and hit a thumbs up for me and consider subscribing if you're into sneaker reviews and things of that nature. So a full written review of this shoe will be on the retroinsider.com, a link I'll throw in the description for you to check it out with more images and things. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. Y'all know what to do next. Stay humble and proceed.